So take me back to last summer, before any of this refugee sponsorship stuff happened in the synagogue. And
I guess, yeah.
You started noticing some things, and because you initiated something.
Right. So I would say last summer, throughout the summer, we kept getting images of what was happening to Syrians. We saw images of people being, dislodged, of houses being destroyed, of people marching through Greece, marching through Macedonia, getting to Germany already in some cases. We saw the beginning of frontiers being imposed or not being imposed. We saw the reactions of all these different countries in Europe and some of the countries in the Middle East as, for the first time, certainly in our memory, so many people were being displaced. And they elicited, emotions in all of us. And I guess, I was very upset by the images. I was very upset by so many people being, for no reason whatsoever, being kicked out of their own countries, so to speak, losing their livelihoods, losing their homes, losing their jobs, losing their lives, and then trying to seek another life.
And the feeling for you was what, as you were watching this?
Because my entire family is a family of refugees, I empathized entirely. My family came to Peru in the 30s in various waves. And I had an uncle who had gone by himself to Latin America in 1923. And in 1933, when Hitler came to power, he brought my father and his youngest sister to Peru. And then as things got worse and worse in Germany, he brought out 50 people. And so I grew up, I was born in the early 40s, I grew up in the middle of 3 generations of German-speaking Jews who had very recently emigrated. So all the problems that I heard of, and I'm very Freudian in this sense, in my childhood, I was seeing them again, and I was feeling them again, and I was empathizing with these people because I knew how difficult it had been. Nevertheless, my parents were not able to come to Canada. Canada and all the North American countries were closed. And my mother came separately. They were married in Peru. And getting into the country that refused Jews was very, very difficult. Canada was not an option. It never was an option. There was only one country in the Americas, Bolivia, that accepted Jews. My mother came to Peru because she had a brother there, but it's really my father's family who came en masse to Peru. And that experience, it was my childhood. I lived among aunts and uncles and great aunts and great uncles, and saw them integrate or mostly not integrate into a society that was not very receptive, but they also were not very receptive to that society. So all of a sudden, Canada is coming forward with something that is completely different. They're saying, yes, we want these people. And just as there was opposition to Jews, we have a huge amount of Islamophobia right now. So this was also something that spoke to me.